I know it's hard. I'm rooting for him to be funny. I'm like, come on, Alger, you can get one funny one in there. You tweeted 6 times, 16 days out from weigh-ins. It's crazy. You're leaving like 13 days. Jorge Masvidal said he lost 100,000 betting on Dustin. Retirement rumors about Dustin Porier. Oh,
it was tough to see Tony.
Those
later rounds.
He's in his prime though. He said 5-fight losing streak, 40 years old, in his prime. I thought that was one of the best quotes of all time.
6-fight losing streak now.
6. Signed the contract, Justin Gaethje says. Conor McGregor tweets 11 hours ago. Signed. But Tim just goes north-south, rips his underwear. So the band of the underwear rips.
That's ovaries.
And then Tim chokes him out with his own underwear. All right, YouTube fam, episode 118. We're doing this thing. We kind of talked about UFC 291 recap on the Timbo Sugar show, but I feel like it was so fucking good. We could recap it a little bit more. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I was at the formal dance and I was trying to watch it. So it was the D-Lou Lima fight, and I looked away, and it was like 4:52 in the fight, and the dude was already on the ground. Yeah, so I didn't see that. He
with
threw
that
a flying knee.
He looked jacked too.
He looked
huh?
really jacked. He
D-Lou?
looked ripped up. Had a little bit of a 6-pack.
That's a
scary
sight.
He's
a scary dude, especially being in more shape like that.
Yeah. And then the Kevin Holland performance.
Kevin Holland, Darce, Michael Chiesa, beautiful. That was fucking sweet. Chiesa's no joke on the ground too. He's a really, really good grappler. So for Kevin to go do that and then want to move up to 185 is surprising.
I know.
The cuts are that bad, or he's like literally cutting weight. It's not fun. Being disciplined on your diet for 6, 7, 8 weeks is, it's not enjoyable. He said fuck that.
He said after the performance too. He said, "I'm not really in here to win a belt."
Hey,
I was just kind of like, okay. But I mean, he was talking about just winning money and winning, but I thought he would at least have a little bit of aspiration to go get a belt.
Who knows? Maybe he will. He's still pretty young, right? 28, 29.
Yeah,
he's not old. Sometimes 30, 31, you might start changing your mind a little bit. Who else was on that? That was a fucking sweet fight. Other than Gaethje, Porier. I called it. I said Gaethje. I didn't know he was gonna KO him, but I said Gaethje, the way he's been fighting, the way he fought Khabib, like he's a lot more patient, a lot more technical, and he's dangerous. It's just so tough. Both those dudes are. So for him to get the KO, that was fucking crazy.
Was that a similar what Leon did to Kamara?
Where he threw the same thing, opposite stance.
Was it? That's what I thought when I first saw it.
You throw it backhand, like their initial reactions kind of lean, parry it, kind of lean. You do that a little bit. I mean, Dustin even had his hand up, so he kind of blocked it. Ideally with little gloves. I mean, one glove's not enough, but he had his hand up. It just was a heavy kick.
It wrapped around.
Snap. Yeah.
Hit him right in the back of the head, too.
That was beautiful.
Gaethje doesn't really throw a lot of head kicks.
No, he doesn't at all. There's a lot of leg kicks. That's about it for kicks. He doesn't really throw body kicks either. Who was the co-man? IZZY. Or Pereira. Wow. Pereira versus Jan. That was surprising. I thought Alex won that fight for sure.
You did?
Yeah.
After the first round?
He won 2 and 3. Pretty, in my eyes, he did more damage. I thought that was pretty obvious. Jan looked gassed.
He looked really gassed.
To say it was a robbery is wild.
I thought Jan was going to get him out in that first round when he had his back control for 5 minutes pretty much. I was surprised he didn't get a rear naked.
It was very impressive. Yeah. Pereira, very impressive for not grappling as long as he has been. Was impressive. Chael says Izzy versus Sean. I'm like, I was reading that. I'm like, I'm Sean. Izzy versus Sean is still in the works for UFC 293. Sean Strickland wanted more money. UFC's probably like, dude, like, no. He probably wants like 500,000. He's probably get like 400,000. And UFC's like, dude, no. What do you think?
I don't know.
He smokes him.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm more. It would be a fun lead up, just because you never know what the hell Sean Strickland's going to say.
I want to see Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira.
They already fought.
Oh, really? What happened?
Pereira KO'd. It was on your card against Pedro, right?
I know. I just think it's funny.
Oh.
But yeah, Izzy versus Sean Strickland. I would watch that for sure. I would love to see Izzy piece him up.
Yeah.
He's just so fucking slick on his feet, and Sean walks forward with his fucking chin up.
Well, Izzy was planning on fighting in Australia, and that's kind of
soon.
Yeah, it's like 6-8 weeks away, I think. So
yeah, and DDP is not an option, right? He's getting surgery or some shit, or
sounds like he had an injury
or something. God, yeah. What do you? I mean, Jared Cannonier is an option, but I bet Izzy's like, God, I don't want to fight that motherfucker again. I already got, barely. I mean, he skimmed, or he didn't. It wasn't a crazy fight, but Cannonier is a dangerous guy.
Yeah. Do you think it really is the UFC not wanting Sean Strickland at that?
I don't know. I mean, UFC's so savage and don't give a fuck, but Sean just pushes the lines. You know what I mean? Which is, I think he's funny as fuck. As far as entertainment wise, like that dude posts a video, it's funny. He's on a press conference, it's funny. He's in a fight, it's usually entertaining. So I think it's just like he just pushes the boundaries so much. I think going on Rogan really made the UFC like, God, do we really want a champion that wants to kill someone? You know what I mean? That, from a business perspective, the UFC's definitely looking at that. You know, they have people watching that stuff, and they're like, you know, it's not a good look for the UFC if you have this dude that talks like that. But also, what if the UFC doesn't give a fuck? I mean, he could be a crazy champion,
right?
But I mean, him getting past Izzy, he would have to try to grapple him because he does have really good grappling. Not that Izzy doesn't, but I don't think he's gonna outstrike Izzy.
No, I don't think so either.
Alex versus Jiri, or no, Alex Pereira versus Izzy. That would be such a sweet fight.
Versus Jiri.
Yeah.
Okay, you said Izzy right there. But Alex Pereira versus Izzy, at 205 for the belt. Do you think
that'd be crazy?
It would be crazy.
Alex weighed 205 and a half, and then on fight day weighed 228. That's crazy. I think he made 185 just months ago.
God damn, that's a big dude.
Scary fucking
How do you see Jiri versus Pereira possibly playing out?
I haven't really watched much of Jiri, to be honest. I think I might have watched a couple, like one fight or two fights. I know he's got that crazy jerky style. That'd be a sweet fucking fight.
He gets hit, and he does get hard. Like
so does Alex though. Yeah. Pereira does get hit.
Yeah,
you know, he's not like he's, you know, when he throws that left hook, he's open to get hit. It's just so much power and so dangerous. Jamal Hill says he wasn't impressed with Alex Pereira. Jamal Hill, you can't forget about him either.
Well, yeah, but he's out for
a minute,
at least 9 to 12 months probably with that Achilles rupture.
Yeah, Sean Strickland did say that he needs to go nose to nose, toe to toe, like Kelvin Gastelum did to beat Izzy. Kelvin's got sick boxing. He's got really good boxing.
Did you see what happened to him?
I didn't see. I heard. Did he fracture his nose or some shit?
Yeah, and that guy, his sparring partner.
It was a video?
He threw a head kick and then right into a spinning elbow and just caught Gastelum, broke his nose, and now he has to pull out of that fight versus Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Dude, Rakhmonov would have been a sick fight. I actually watched like a video of him, like his career, how it's progressed, and it was fucking... That dude's been fighting savages since he turned pro. Like he hasn't, and he's undefeated.
Yeah,
he's been fighting absolute killers. He literally did the opposite of what I did. He's fighting fucking murderers from when he turned pro. I'm like,
for the worst amount of money. Yeah, I know. So I was really excited for that because Gastelum was moving down. But
yeah, that's crazy to think he gave Izzy that hard of a fight, like in a striking match. It
right.
just shows you how good Kelvin is.
Yeah.
I just don't think Sean Strickland could. I mean, if that's his game plan to go toe to toe, maybe he's saying that, but really plans out come out wrestling a little bit. But I don't know.
Apparently, 1 hour ago, Sean Strickland's coach has said that it's all pointing in a good direction for Sean Strickland to fight Israel Adesanya at UFC 293.
Damn, I bet they're. I mean, what else do they have right now? Other than, I mean, Cannonier would take that fight.
That's September,
but they already
9th.
fought.
Dang, that's like
less than 2 months.
Yeah, it's about a month and a couple.
Damn,
that's about a month and a week. That is wild.
Aljamain said that he is weighing 157.4 in his last video. 150. Oh, that's not bad. I wonder if was that after a workout or waking up or
after a workout.
Oh, after a workout. So he's probably walking around 160, waking up 158.9 ish. It's not too bad. He'll be all right.
You see the tweets he rattled off at you like 4 or 5 in a row.
After I said something and he went. You
said 3 weeks ready to get. Let me go check.
Yeah, I kind of tweet and ghost. I tweet and then I don't look.
Yeah, he rattled off like 4 or 5 at you. None of them were funny. I was really hoping one of them.
I know it's hard. I'm rooting for him to be funny. I'm like, come on, Alger, you can get one funny one in there. You tweeted 6 times. This one will make me LOL.
Because you said 3 weeks to weigh-ins at Funkmaster. You starting your crash diet today or waiting a few more days?
That's funny because and it is funny, but it's also like serious because that motherfucker weighs so much that. At some point you have to if you're not going to do it slowly and go from like 58 for 10 weeks out and then you're 57 56, if you're not going to do that and you're going to do what he does, you have to crash diet. You have to cut a lot of calories. So I was kind of being serious, and I knew, dude, that motherfucker has to think about his weight every single day because weight cutting is fucking brutal. It's not fun. My weight is on point and I'm still not looking forward to cutting weight. Like I'm still like, fuck. And I bet he thinks about every time he sits down and eat. sometimes I sit down and eat, and I'm like, whew, I don't know if I can finish this fat ass meal. So and I bet he's just like
158,
157.4 after workout. But also, dude, you cannot believe anything. Yeah. You know, he could be trying to play mind games. I don't believe that. I'm not taking that to heart. I'm not like, okay, he's 157. Like, I don't believe that at all. Whether he's more or less, I don't know. I don't really care.
I definitely think he is, because he was like eating chocolate cake last night or something.
Yeah, he's smart. He's definitely smart. Like, when it comes to smart, he's there for sure. But yeah, we'll see. Weigh-ins. What are we 16 days out from weigh-ins? It's crazy. We're leaving like 13 days. It's funny. I was reading my journal this morning when I was writing, and I always go back and look at where I was at last camp, and I'm the exact same weight to the like point dot, like on the dot, the same exact weight as I was when I fought Peter. Wow. Which is fucking perfect. But I was also leaving for Abu Dhabi tomorrow.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. So you were gone in Abu Dhabi 2 weeks early?
17 days. Yeah. So today it's hard sparring. Gonna do 5 rounds. Today at the lab, and wrapping it up.
5 rounds with a new guy each round.
Last time when I did 4 rounds, I did 2 and 2. This time I think we're gonna do 2 fresh. But I don't know. I kind of let Tim run that and decide, and I like to not even really know and just get there and fucking go to work.
Is that more of a mental battle or physical too? Because mentally, you're looking at the guy.
Well, dude, in a fight, you're like, okay, I could finish this motherfucker. I could beat him in the first. I could beat him in the second. It's not guaranteed to go 25. Sparring's guaranteed. Like, you finish someone, it's like, all right, they get a break. You keep going. The next guy comes in. Sparring's mentally hard, physically hard. So it's a day you prepare for. So sparring, it's 9:40 in the morning right now. I have sparring at 3. So after this, I'm gonna go home, relax, get my mind right for sparring. But yeah, sparring's fucking. It's hard. It's harder. I mean, it's harder than the fight. Aljo's going to be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth round. If it goes all 5, I'm fighting Aljo for 5 rounds. Sparring, you fight 3-4 different people. So it's fucking hard.
What's your mindset when you go into this sparring? Because you know these guys, you're friends with them. You obviously don't want to hurt them, but you try and keep it like 25 minutes. All 25 minutes you're going to finish this guy, or is it just kind of like you want to get your cardio in, you want to get your...
Yeah, you definitely want... You don't... My main goal isn't to go out there and knock sparring partners out, but at this point, this high level of a fight, you got to go in there with a certain level of mindset of getting the job done. And but yeah, the number one goal is not to finish them necessarily. Body shots 100%. If you can hit somebody, rip a body shot, drop them 100%. But to the head... You know, these guys are your brothers, and they're trying to help you get to where I want to be. So you definitely don't want to knock them out by any means.
Who's your main sparring partners this camp been?
Been sparring a lot. There's guys at the lab, you know, that just good guys at the lab. Ezra, Tommy, Marcus got a fight coming up. Haven't been sparring him too much because he's fighting a different guy. Mario's fighting Cody Garbrandt, so sparred him a couple times, but not a ton because he's fighting, That's funny. Do you consider it cheating that Aljamain abuses the ground opponent rule? Oh, when he sits on his knee and does that, you're talking about? I don't think it's not cheating by any means. I think it's a stupid rule. Like, even if someone's in your guard on their knees, you should be able to kick them from the bottom, kick them up in the face. I don't see why that's a dumb rule.
So like, does one do that? We're grounded.
Yeah, I'd kick a motherfucker. I don't know. I don't think it's cheating. I mean, if he's doing anything within the rules, it's definitely not considered cheating. Nate walks out on face-to-face interview. Oh, who was that?
Hawani and Jake and Nate were sitting there, and
recently, like yesterday.
Yeah, it was super fucking awkward. Jake was just like. Ariel asked a question, and Jake was kind of like complimenting Diaz's career and like saying how he's done this and this and this, and Diaz just looked so fucking uncomfortable, and he just finally like got up and walked out. And it was super awkward. I don't know what's going on.
Who knows?
He literally said he's like, I'll be right back.
Who knows? Maybe that dude has some anxiety and he doesn't like necessarily being in that spotlight. We all think of him as funny on the mic and does shit, but I think maybe he's just like over that shit. He's anti-fucking promoting this fight, which is in a way promoting the fight. We're talking about him walking out on an interview, to whereas if they did the interview whole and might not even be talking about it. So maybe he's a fucking genius. Maybe he's just being himself, which maybe genius is a little overstatement. But Jake was asked if he had brought in any sparring partners to mimic Nate. he mentioned that Masvidal booked him up with someone who has a very similar style to Nate. There's definitely people that have that style. I mean, Nate is kind of fucking slowish, good cardio. The thing about Nate is it's not like he has good head movement. He can take a shot. But with those boxing gloves, it's different, dude. You have a cast as a wrap. And then those boxing gloves aren't very big. I think they'll probably wear 10-ounce gloves, maybe 8. Like, that's not very big at all.
And so you're saying the hand wrap itself is a little bit thicker, or what? With
Yeah, you can wrap your hand like a fucking cast, basically. And it's a different wrap than the UFC. So for Nate to take some of those right hands that Jake throws is going to be an issue. Because Nate, the thing is, if he can take them and gas, I mean, Tommy looked like he was very prepared for Jake's right hand. Jake jab high, jab low, boom, overhand right. Tommy was like kind of moving with it out of the way. I don't think Nate's going to really move and get out of the way. I think he kind of plans on eating him and coming forward. You know, that's all just speculation. I'm just fucking talking on my ass. But
you do that well. So prediction, let's hear it. Let's hear a little bit of.
That's this weekend.
It's this weekend with another big UFC fight. So.
God, dude, Nate is a gangster, a legend in the UFC, and I'd hate to see him go get knocked out. But Jake, I would love to see Jake keep going. I saw Jake's Netflix thing, or was out. I didn't see it yet, but I saw it was on there yesterday. You know, I like Jake. I like Nate. It's very hard, but I think Jake could put his lights out. I really do. I think he's just fucking. You've seen him. He's looking in shape. He's coming off a loss. He's hungry. What the? No, you're good. No, you're good. Jake says he did a 6-week camp for Tommy and was sick for 4 weeks and also says he's never rewatched the fight because it would hurt him more than help him. Interesting. But I think Jake could do it. I think he could do it. What do you think?
I think so too. I just cannot picture Diaz.
It's 10 rounds.
That's true. I don't see Diaz finishing him. I don't know if he has the power to finish Jake right now with boxing. Yeah. So that being said, I think it either goes decision or I think Jake could. How are the boxing gloves going to be with with Diaz's scars and stuff? Do they open up? You see much cut?
I mean, that with that kind of shit probably open up. But I mean, Nate doesn't need necessarily power to finish Jake. A lot of boxing, like you can get TKO stoppages when they're up against the ring and they're covering up and he's just hitting him. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Nate's gonna have a little pop. He's a little bigger. He's definitely gonna have some pop. So it's not an easy fight for either guys. I really don't know. I mean, if I had to guess, Jake could finish him.
I'm curious.
But if he eats some good shots and Jake gasses out trying to knock him out, Nate could definitely win in the later rounds. If it's an early stoppage, I think Jake gets it done. If it's later in the fight, I mean, Jake did show his heart against Anderson Silva. I sat there and watched that ringside, and I was like, motherfucker was gassed, tired, and it's still moving around, didn't give up, didn't break. So he's definitely got the heart. Obviously, Nate's got fucking dog in him, so it's going to be an interesting fight.
Jake's a minus 400 favorite, surprisingly.
Oh, shit. Wow.
At least on this one book, but...
Bobby Green claims Jake Paul will be in trouble if Nate Diaz's fight goes past round 1. I don't know about round 1. I mean, maybe round 7, 8, 9, 10. That's assuming Nate's the Nate that we fucking know, or that we like Nate versus Leon, where and then he cracks him in the end of the 5th, and like he still has that gas. It depends how hard he's been training. It really comes down to who's put in more work the last 8 weeks. I think whose heart's in shape. That's a huge thing that people don't think about. Whose heart rate can be bumping at 185, 190, and still kind of push. So we'll see. KSI versus Tommy Fury. And Logan Paul, opponent to be released on the same card. Wow, KSI versus Tommy.
That's a huge fight for that Jake Paul KSI drama.
Yeah. I think either way, any of those 4 win-lose, they could switch them around and make a big fight again.
Yeah.
But Logan's gonna be on. I'm excited to see Logan.
Who's he gonna?
I don't know. It says
What's the speculation? Do you know anything? Like,
I have no idea, but I like Logan boxing. I think it was fun. I thought he was, he has a lot of potential if he really dedicates himself to boxing. He has a lot of potential.
Didn't he tear his ACL? I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
That fucker heals quick, eh?
Yeah.
Tate's court decision. When's that?
He's got 3 more days. It's going to be in 3 days, and then they'll decide whether or not he's going to stay under house arrest. He basically has to convince the judge, and his lawyer have to convince the judge whether or not he's going to be able to stay on house arrest or go back to jail.
Oh, my God. I've been listening to a lot of his interviews now that he's been out, and it's wild. like if what he's saying is all true about them not having any evidence, they've been trying to find just anything to put him away, and they've been going through his life with a microscope, and they really haven't found anything. That would be sad as fuck to see him go back to jail. Dude's fucking smart, dude. The decision has been postponed until 4/8. What's that?
That's when. Or no, it was 8-4, I think.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. Decision today. Okay. Bradley Martyn is confident that he can take on former undefeated UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov in street wrestling. That one's got to be silly, right?
Yeah, he's got to be.
That one's
trolling.
Some of the things that he says, I'm like, yeah, like him saying he could beat fucking that boxer dude. I'm like, yeah, possibly for sure. But him street wrestling Khabib, that's no shot. Not a fucking chance. Bradley's coming down Friday to do a pod with Tim and I.
Is he going to, he's probably going to ask you the same question. What do you
100%. But him versus Khabib in wrestling, yeah, there's no shot. Kelvin Gastelum through his Insta announces his pullout. We talked about that. Rashafkat. I wonder if Shafkat, that's September 16th, so they could still find someone. Oh, requested it to be moved to November, so he still wants that fight.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, if you check out his resume, Kelvin has fought some of the best guys at 185 even.
Yeah.
And he's not a big guy.
He does not look like
I seen him in New Jersey. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Chris Weidman walked past him. They had fought. I know I talked about this before, but I was like, Jesus Christ, you fought that dude.
Yeah.
And he's all buzzed up. He's like, yeah, that shit was crazy. Kelvin's a character, bro. It's official. Ronda Rousey returns to MMA rules. Fights former UFC teammate in Detroit in WWE? Question mark?
Yeah. It's a MMA match, supposedly, but inside the WWE ring. That's all the information I could find on it, but it is official.
And it's a real fight. Or is it a WWE?
WWE. It ain't gonna be real.
I think it's gonna be fake, but I
mean,
don't know.
Kind of smart at WWE. Does Ronda Rousey still? I mean, I don't pay attention really. Does she still have that crazy fan base?
The WWE has a crazy fan base in itself.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So I'm assuming Ronda still has a little bit of pull.
I definitely will tune in to watch that. Bobby Green tells Ariana that he would like to fight Renato Moicano. That'd be an interesting fight. Bobby Green. Yeah, do you see Tony said he got that eye poke fucked with him? I mean, yeah. I could imagine. That was a pretty good one.
It was. Right after Tony dropped him. It looked like he slipped.
It was like, it was a mixture between the two. Bobby Green's good, dude. He's no joke. I mean, he's only really lost to like the best guys recently. It
was tough to see Tony.
Those
later rounds.
He's in his prime though, he said. 5-fight losing streak, 40 years old, in his prime. I thought that was one of the best quotes of all time.
6-fight losing streak now.
6, my bad. Ankalaev Magomed versus Johnny Walker added to UFC 294 on October 21st in Abu Dhabi. That's a big fight.
That's a big fight for that division. Yeah, it's a very big fight.
Ankalaev Magomed is.
Yeah, we watched him fight his last fight. I think he fought Anthony Smith.
Wow, I always forget with all those freaking names. Jorge Masvidal said he lost 100,000 betting on Dustin. I don't understand how. Is that not allowed? Or Jorge retired though, right?
Jorge's he has no affiliation.
But
with
still, I feel like. I mean, he lost, so it's like, well, imagine he lost and he gets sued or gets in trouble. Like, you're not allowed to bet. I know you lost, but 100,000, poor Jorge. That sucks. I mean, even no matter how rich you are, unless you're a fucking billionaire, 100,000 is still a lot. It's not a fun one to lose.
Let's talk about the fights coming up this weekend.
Let me run through this. So I posted about D. Lou as a free agent and how they should run it back in boxing. Talking about probably Francis. Francis versus D. Lou in the MMA fight was one of the most boring. I actually sat cage side with Dana for that fight, and Dana was pissed. It was weird, but I wouldn't want to trade with either of them either.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That fight ended in decision, right? I can't believe that.
Francis I think D. Lou won
by a decision.
And he was like,
they threw like 13 strikes or something.
Yeah. I think it was one of the lowest. Yeah, things ever. Yeah. What do you think about Justin versus Islam? They haven't had that. Justin fought Khabib, but Justin's saying Islam isn't Khabib and thinks he can take out Islam. Islam versus Charles gets me excited. I like that, but I do like Islam versus Justin.
Yeah,
if Islam gets the job done.
I think Justin's earned it at this point.
Yeah, that was a huge win.
DP.
That was a huge win.
That would be sweet for Justin to get a little bit of a revenge, at least a chance of revenge against Islam.
Yeah, 100%. Mr. Beast paid for 160 children's hospitals surgery in the Philippines. Whew. Yeah, Mr. Beast. It's Beast, dude. That's sweet. But you want to talk about these fights coming up, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Could have some significant in the bantamweight division.
Is there a couple fights or just the
No,
one?
just the.
Pretty
sure he's the only fight,
Quick. Is there any other good fights?
Well, Kyler's fighting too, but.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Kyler versus Ronnie Barcelos. That's gonna be a fucking sweet fight.
Barcelos, he fought Nurmagomedov?
He just lost to Umar. And Kyler was supposed to fight Saeed, who Ronnie beat. Umar was supposed to fight Corey. All crazy shit going on. But yeah, Corey versus Rob Font. Rob Font taking this on short notice. Well,
it was short notice, but I also remember he did have a fight booked.
3-round fight 2 weeks later.
That's true.
So I mean, it's a little. You still consider it short notice. But interesting fight. How do you got it going down?
I don't know. I really thought after that Cheeto fight, Rob was not looking up. But then he had a really good performance against Yanez.
Adrian rocked him. I'm pretty sure.
Did he?
I feel like he did. I feel like they kind of sat there. Boom. Adrian rocked him, and then Rob rocked him back. Fabrant. Remember when I called him that? People were like, dude, it's Rob Font. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
That's a pretty interesting fight, though. I do think Corey is better. But after watching Rob's last performance, it was pretty sweet.
Corey's so good at. He's not going to trade with Rob. Rob is really good at sitting in the pocket and throwing boom, and he is good at finding people's chins too. So it's not a fucking easy fight for Corey by any means, but Corey is really good at in and out. He can wrestle. You saw him dominate Cheeto by wrestling, which was very surprising. I think Rob will, be a little bit more ready for the takedown defense, considering Cheeto is good at mixing it up, and he's shown that against Song. He's shown that against Cheeto. So yeah, interesting fight. 5 rounds. Where's that at? Catch weight too, 140. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, where's this fight at?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if it's in a small cage. Or no, it's in a bantamweight contender clash in Music City. Where the fuck's Music City? Is that Texas?
Music City.
Oh, Nashville. It's in Nashville.
Makes sense. Sounds like okay.
But
Nashville.
Yeah, interesting fight. Tennessee. I don't know. Fucking. Is that even in America? Just jokes. It's interesting. Oh,
so what do you got then? Corey versus Rob.
I think Corey gets the job done.
And you think a win over Rob? Do you think that's enough to catapult Corey for a potential title shot?
No, he needs to fight Umar still. Just jokes. I don't know. I mean, Corey's the type of guy that would be like, well, let me fight him at 20. Let me show that I'm the best. Seems like he's just not quite there. Or he's like, I'll wait for Rob to get back from his surgery. Something like that. I could see him saying something like that, Justin, who do you got real quick? Rob versus Corey.
I do think Corey dominates him for 5 rounds. Corey's just been looking good. Yeah,
he has been looking
super good. I don't.
He's fucking dangerous.
I don't
everywhere.
see it going much different.
His
than
elbows.
The Cheeto fight.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Garrett just sent me this. Signed the contract, Justin Gaethje says. Conor McGregor tweets 11 hours ago. Signed. But who knows how buzzed up Conor is at this point. Proper 12. He might have just signed a poster and he's like, signed.
Well, he did. It was a card, I think.
It was a card?
I think so. It was like a fight card thing. Like a trading card, I guess.
Oh, well, he's obviously referring to signed as in signed the.
That's what he tweeted.
Oh,
signed,
wow.
And it was like a trading card, but
that's funny. I was kidding when I said they probably signed something, but Joe Rogan doubles down MMA GOAT, claims that John Jones is in the same bracket as Lionel Messi and Michael Jordan. It's really tough to argue. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I'm not familiar with soccer. I've always obviously heard the name Messi. What a sick last name, yeah. Messi. If his fight name, what if it was Clean? Lionel Clean Messi. That'd be crazy. I don't like it. Or Lionel Really Messi.
There we go.
Oh. Michael Jordan, John Jones up there. Yeah, you can't argue that. I'd say. You like soccer?
No.
Retirement rumors about Dustin Porier. Oh, was that post fight or was that just kind of?
Well, he said he wasn't going to fight any up and comers.
He just wants to fight things that get him excited. I mean, he's earned it. He's later on his career, he's done what he's done. He's fought a lot, so it makes sense. I mean, you're not going to go out there and fight someone trying to make a name off of you at that point. I get that.
He said after the fight that it was interesting because he said he felt like Khabib was better than him.
Yeah, I saw that.
He deserved to lose that fight, but he didn't feel that Justin was better than him.
Yeah. I mean, they're 1-1.
Yeah.
And they're 1-1. Islam opens up as a huge favorite over Justin, -600, plus 425. Does Justin Gaethje have a chance of beating? I know we kind of talked about that, but he for sure does. I mean, Justin has a chance of beating anybody in the division on any given night, really.
You know why they opened those odds up when Islam versus Charles is.
It's just fun, maybe. So when they open those odds up, is that actual like betting companies that do that?
Yeah, and you can bet on them even though, and then if the fight doesn't end up panning out, you just get your money back.
God, dude, I was 1 strike away from winning money, 2 strikes away from winning my huge entry on Prize Picks yesterday.
Strikeouts?
Oh, yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
I was so close, 1,000 for 5,000. I was just, one strikeout would have been, I would have at least made some. But 2, I would have fucking cashed in, boy. That sucked. That one sucked.
Who was the guy?
I don't know, dude. People are like, how do you get these entries? I'm like, dude, just off my gut. That's probably why I'm like 0-8 the last couple.
Could be.
I posted a little thing on Snapchat. It said, we're doing a pod. Any questions? What is your biggest fear in life? Just off the top of my head, I'd say the ocean, dude. Ocean freaks me the fuck out for some reason. Like, just, I don't like that. What about you?
I mean, I would say the ocean too, but I have been snorkeling and shit.
Crazy.
So it's not like a huge fear, but it definitely does not make me feel comfortable.
I wouldn't do that shit.
God, I don't know. Dying maybe?
Yeah. Would you fight Tank Davis? I think this one's for you.
Yeah. I would.
I actually watched the boxer. Was it Terrence Crawford? He's the one that won, right? Beat Earl Spence.
Beat Earl Spence.
So I went and watched. I'd never seen any highlights of him or anything. I was laying on my PEMF machine. I was like, I'll throw on some shit, and threw on his like top 10. Fucker's sick. He is sick to watch. Good southpaw. Throw gnarly left hands.
You see him talking shit in the middle of the fight to the guy he's gonna fight next.
Oh, this way?
Like, yeah, in between the rounds,
shit,
he was looking
fire.
over the ring, just talking shit to the next.
It looked
guy.
like I watched the highlights yesterday too of the fight. He was fucking piecing that dude, and they're both supposed to be like the big motherfucking dogs. That was crazy. I mean, if he's on that kind of a level, that was exciting for boxing for sure. What weight class? I mean, is him versus Gervonta? Is Gervonta too? I know he's not very tall, but
I think he was at like 145 or even heavier than that. Do you know?
I don't know what they weighed in at. I know 135 was Garcia versus Davis, and that was a little heavy for Garcia, I think. But I mean, if that dude wants to, Garcia might not take that fight if it's too heavy though, and that dude ain't gonna want to cut down more. You know. So we'll see.
Trying to find what weight class that was at.
I was moving your cold plunge indoors. Is it working better now?
Oh God, yeah. My cold plunge was having a tough time staying cold this summer.
And it was 145, sorry.
145. So I moved it inside. Danny and I moved it inside. Mom came over, got her running nice and cold. That motherfucker. It's nice having it inside because I have to go in there more. I see it like, fuck, just gotta go dip. Gotta go dip.
I saw it was the hottest July in
ever
Phoenix's history. I think it was like the average was 4 degrees higher than any other month in a long time. Just sitting at like 110 was the average.
Yeah, it's been fucking ridiculous. But now having my cold plunge inside's definitely been beneficial as fuck. How much driving do you do on an average? It seems like you're always going somewhere.
You are.
I don't feel like I drive that much.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Monday morning, drive to the gym, 20 minutes, drive home. Brandon comes and trains with me. So Monday I leave once. I drive pretty much 40 minutes that day.
I guess I'm thinking, because usually you go to Brandon's if you're not in camp.
Sometimes. Tuesday I go to Tim's, and then so same, 40 minutes. Do another session at the house. Wednesday, I mean, I drive probably less than an hour a day.
Well, you drive up here a lot lately. It's another 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and you have a Tesla and you're going fucking 900 miles an hour in the hub lane.
Did that cop almost get you?
There's 2 cops today? Right there. I was going 86.
I saw when you were behind me, I was like, oh, fuck.
You should have called me. I flipped them off. They're all good.
Yeah. Cool.
No, I think they were just chit-chatting because there was 2 of them. If there was one with his gun there, they would have fucking got me. But,
you drive like an hour a day.
Oh, yeah, I'll just say it's not that bad. It doesn't seem like it. I like listening to podcasts too. I'm always listening to fucking on the way to the gym. If I'm going to train, I listen to music. On the way home, I listen to podcasts. And Rogan's always got fucking absolute bangers. So
that's why you're so smart.
Yeah. Best way to seduce another man's mother. It's a great question there. What do you think?
Best way to seduce another man's mother.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's tough.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ways.
What would you do? Tim's mom.
Oh, that's easy. She's a hoe. Jokes, Margie. Does Conor beat Gaethje? I want to see that fight. I think Conor does come back and fight Gaethje. I think Gaethje's not gonna want to sit around and wait for Islam to fight Charles, and then it'll be probably next year Islam will defend Conor.
That's probably
but there's
next
Chandler
year too.
Maybe. I mean,
Conor cannot fight this year.
Who
by
says?
USADA.
Dana said that shit fake.
Hurt both sides so much.
Yeah.
He's not fighting.
Yeah, I don't think Conor fights. Because what if he does take a test and he pops?
Oh yeah, no shit. Yo, Sean, how far?
Oh wait, did you watch the Tough last night?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even know it was still going.
Was it good? I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch it either.
Nothing.
Good show.
How far out ahead of the fight do you stop smoking, and what does it affect your sleep? I think it does affect your sleep the first couple nights you stop. But I haven't smoked in probably about 2-3 weeks. I did have one edible on Saturday when we watched the fights, but before that I hadn't had anything for a couple weeks. So I feel like it's easy. I cut, pretty much just say, all right, I'm done, and then I'm done. And
you don't cut usually this far out, do you?
I've got further out this time for sure. Just fucking a little extra mental clarity, just a little extra lungs, and but yeah, I never really have an issue with that. It's not like I have withdrawals or anything. My dreams have been vivid as fuck.
I was gonna say, people do say that a lot, that dreams are crazier once you take a break from weed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my dreams have been pretty vivid. I'm trying to think about hot chicks when I go to sleep so that I can count it as a smash, but it hasn't been working.
Yeah.
What's your favorite video game at the moment? I actually haven't gamed in months, but I went over to Tim Saturday before the fights and he was gaming, and I hopped on for a couple games.
Wrapped you back in.
Motherfuckers' settings are ridiculous.
Oh,
or I was just really off. But it was fun. It was good. The YouTube chat was up. He had a couple people in there. Real Mommy, Jacob Abbott, Jime Time. There was a couple people in there I said what's up to, so that was kind of fun. It's weird that I'm just not a gamer anymore, because every time I had a house or was going to move or something, it was like, well, I have to have a gaming room. I have to have good internet. It's not like that no more.
Until the next COD.
I went over to Tim's yesterday and set up one of the podcast DSLRs with a new lens on it. Shit looks really nice.
Damn.
For his stream?
His streams and his new YouTube. He does YouTube videos all the time, fight reactions and stuff. So it looks really fucking good.
He'll fuck that up, guaranteed.
And I'll fix it.
You have to give up on type of martial arts. Which one you throwing out?
This is still the questions?
Yeah, I'm just reading some shit off on Snappity Chappity. I've been Snapchatting a lot. Snapchat fun. Martyn, what's your favorite tattoo? Yeah, that's about all of them. No, Derek from Better is coming for you. I would love to see that dude in the streets punk his little bitch ass. He's the type of kid that, like, when the cameras aren't on, he's like, dude, big fucking fan, bro. Like, honestly, like, I just do this shit for show. Like, honestly, like, I'm a big fan, dude. Honestly, I feel like he's like that kind of guy.
I feel bad for him though. Like,
it would suck to have that, but he's making his little name for himself. He's doing his thing. He's just, he works for Better. He's
doing a name to make, because at some point in his
what else
career,
is he gonna do? Is he gonna be like, I'm gonna be that funny? I'm gonna say some clever shit. Like, fuck, you have to be smart for that. You don't have to be smart to call people out. Like,
but at some point in his career, he's gonna be like, holy shit, I want to start changing on who I really am, but people aren't just gonna really rock with it, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's probably fine. He's probably like a normal kid. He's probably fucking just a dork.
You need to have him roll with Tim at least once.
He probably would. He seems like the type of kid that would
do it. Yeah,
that would be funny.
Yeah.
You see what he did to Sono? What Tim did to Sono?
Oh God!
I'll put the video up on the screen.
You have the video?
Yeah, he sent it me.
Yeah, I found the video
what
too.
Did he?
Yeah, just go ahead. You can tell the story.
I remember seeing something about
so Tim has Sono in side control. Sono kind of gives up his back a little bit. No, he doesn't. Tim just goes north-south, rips his underwear. So the band of the underwear rips.
That's over his?
And then Tim chokes him out with his own underwear.
No shot.
Yeah.
And they posted this?
Yeah, they were just rolling. Just having
Tim gave me permission to post it.
He choked him out with his own underwear band?
To be fair to the audience, Sono was talking that ass. So
was he? I asked him. I said, "What the hell did you? What'd you say to?" He's like, "Nothing, dude. We were just fucking rolling." And he wasn't. He's like, "I'm not mad. It was fun." That's funny.
Oh man, that hurts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, his butthole's gotta fucking hurt, dude.
It hurts the ego, I think, a little bit more. Getting choked out by your own underwear while it's still on.
Well, I mean, Tim's a giant black belt and Sono's a fucking white belt. It can't hurt the ego that much. I mean, What did Derek say?
About what?
About what?
Oh, I thought Derek said something.
No, no.
about
I'm just
that.
saying that would be funny if we threw him in there with Tim and had some shit like that happen.
That would be funny. Tim likes to do that shit.
Tim's kind of not a bully, but he
likes
he'll show you.
motherfuckers to
He'll
know.
put you in your place.
He like motherfuckers to know that he'll take you out.
100p.
What else we got going on the agenda? Yeah, I got sparring today.
I thought you had some interview or Steiny and
No, that Steiny canceled. Well, we were supposed to do it one day, and then he texted me that morning. He's like, "Dude, I was hanging out with this chick. I'm so hungover. Can we reschedule?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." And then he called me. He's like, "Dude, I'm going to the fucking somewhere. Can we reschedule?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." So I don't got shit today. Tomorrow I have Brett Okamoto. Brett's coming out, do an interview. Gonna come out to the farm. Megan O'Leary interview should be dropping soon. I thought that one turned out really well. Bradley Martin's coming Friday. Last hard round sparring of the camp Saturday.
Has this been more media than your previous fights, or is it still pretty much
No,
the same?
media gets crazy on fight week. But I always had as much media as like a champion would for the last, I don't know how many fights. That's literally, like, I'm sure it'll be a little bit more this time, but I've always had way more shit than the average dorks have.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm a fucking genius. It's probably just because I'm so smart, maybe, right? It's got to be. It's got to be my intelligence.
I wouldn't believe it. But.
Yeah, I think so. But what else we got going on? Michael should be coming back. He went to Helena for a week. He did say he got some puss.
He did?
Yep.
Good
No
for
condom,
him.
of course. I asked him.
Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully.
She's like, no, she said she's on birth control. I'm like, you believe chicks when they say that?
He shouldn't. He has a couple.
He's got like 6 kids. Yeah. They all said the same thing, but yeah, so he's savage. He's coming back soon. That'll be good. How's school been? You got fucking tests? You took a test today?
Took a test this morning.
Jeez.
I got finals week next week. 6 tests, all cumulative, meaning from the beginning of the 15 weeks, all the information.
I don't know how
6
you
of them next
do
week,
that,
so that'll be
dude.
terrible. But it'll be finals week and then pretty much your fight, so it's perfect timing.
Yeah,
Won't
it's
have anything
getting
to worry about.
getting close.
Yeah.
Getting close. Leaving 13 days or something like that. Trying to get the jet figured out. Decide if they fuck it, we're doing the jet. I'm fighting for a motherfucking title. I'm not gonna fly on Southwest. Fucking stop halfway to get gas. You know what I mean? So we're getting the jet figured out.
Dana should pitch in a little bit for that.
You know, I think so too. It is weird to me that, well, it's not. Jets are fucking expensive. Like they're, you know, it's not gonna be cheap. $60,000-$70,000 to fly there and back. So I can't, you know. But you also, do you want your UFC champ? I guess I'm not the champ. So, I mean, Aljo flying. He lives on that side, so he's probably. I think he did his camp in Vegas. He'll probably fly, commercial to back home and then drive over or whatever. I don't know how close Boston is to where he lives, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird. You see John Jones getting on a Southwest flight to fight for his title.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I just can't do that. I don't want to do that.
Did you see Wonder Boy didn't get his show money? People were outraged about it, but they're thinking he might, but he still hasn't got any of his show money.
He probably won't. I mean, he did make weight, right?
He made
weight, so maybe they give him some of it. I think they should definitely give him some of it. 3 pounds over. I mean, unless he had, we talked about this one too. Unless he had an injury going into the fight and he was like, fuck, I don't even want to fight. I might pull out. And fuck it, I'm going to fight. And then the dude misses weight by 3 pounds and he's like, fuck, I guess this is like my sign. I'm not going to fight. But if not, if he was healthy, had a good camp, 3 pounds, it's going to be a kickboxing fight. You're 39, you're, you know, fucking, yeah. I mean, I bet UFC was like, well, I mean, you didn't fight, so.
Well, he said it. His thoughts were because it happened with Darren Till.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
And he ended up losing that fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's definitely, it's a shitty situation for sure. It's a shitty situation to be in. Yeah. But I don't know.
That sucks that he didn't get his show money. I mean, he still has to.
Dude, fight camps are long.
And they're expensive.
They're expensive depending on, you know, what you do. I mean, he probably didn't have to pay out his coaches because he didn't get paid. I mean, these coaches aren't going to be like, dude, pay me. I doubt it. So I think he's going to have to pay out his coaches. I don't know how expensive his camp was unless he was paying sparring partners to come in from out of town and get him hotels and shit. Or he has a nutritionist or stuff like that. So it adds up for sure, but it also doesn't have to be expensive if it's, you know. Well, That's about it. That's about all I gotta say. Sugashop.co. Check out the new merch. We got the pink fucking drop, drippity droop, the pink and gold. Yeah. What day you guys leave for Boston? Thursday or Wednesday? I forget.
Thursday, but we leave Monday to Dallas.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to Dallas and check out everything from Dallas, and then we'll head out Thursday from Dallas to go to Boston.
That's right. All right. So that'll be good. Dad, I know Dad's going out there like Tuesday night or some shit. Schmitty and the boys. Schmitty, obviously, we talked about it. His dad passed. He's gonna stay in Missouri till they have the funeral and stuff. Then he'll come back. I think the boys head out around the same time, Tuesday, Wednesday. Shipping out to Boston, baby. Let's go. Episode 118. 18. Boom. 18-0. We out.
Peace.
What?
I was gonna talk about the press conference, but
we can talk about that next time.